My top 5 songs of 2025, according to Spotify, I have over 144,000 minutes. So, safe to say, I do enjoy music a lot. I am no way, shape trying to say I know jack shit about music or producing or anything like that. I'm just somebody who loves listening to music. So don't try to roast me in the comments section, or don't try to come at me because of my crazy takes or anything like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck it. I don't care. I love the music I love, and that's that. Number 5 is Don't Put Anything on the Bible by jpegmafia. This is from I Lay Down My Life for You. That album came out in summer of 2024. I became a true fan of jpegmafia ever since. Since that album dropped, there were so many great songs on there. One song that I didn't anticipate was going to be the song I would listen to the most was Don't Put Anything on the Bible. It talks about things like men's mental health, perseverance that people deal with on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes you just need a song like that, give you a little bit of an edge. Starts off angelically with Buzzy Lee's initial lyrics, and then JPEG just taking over the rest of the way. I love that album and that song in particular. I love just smooth beats like that, something that gives you a build up until you get to the rest of the song. It's just, cherry on top. I love that song and I love that album. Next is Alice by Jev, and Jev the artist, not Jev the YouTuber, even though I love them both. This song was more about delving into your villainous side a little bit, but the song immediately just jumps right in with that terrific beat. The beat alone is why I love the song, but the lyrics itself is more staking your claim and gets your adrenaline going a little bit. And I think that's the reason why I kind of started gravitating towards Jev's music. Definitely with JPEG, as I've stated before. Jev and JPEG, those guys I've been listening to more recently this past year. The song is perpetuating, you just a fly ass nigga. It's just that simple. I love the flow, how smooth the track is. It definitely deserves its flowers of being in my top 5. I love that song. There's 100 Million Liquid by Jalen Santoy, and it's really starting to get into the sentimental songs mine. This is a song that I've been listening to frequently ever since I first heard it in 2022, and the song came out in 2020 with his Two Shepherds deluxe album, which is one of my favorite albums. The song's about perseverance. The song's about staying true to yourself and navigating distractions, inauthentic people, keeping your head down and keeping your mind on the straight and narrow and trying to get after it. The flow is like water. The flow, it's so smooth, that comforting sound I feel like I was looking for. Soft and meaningful hip hop. First hearing it, I remember it was on drives to my college classes way back when. At the same time, it was allowing me to push forward and continue to keep that motivation, continue to get my degree and continue to make something of myself. Making this video is the direct embodiment of what that song wanted out of me as a listener, to go and get after it and make sure you have the right people around you and make sure you have a good support system and make sure you're doing right by those people by being the best person you can be. I'm like, that's some deep ass shit right there. That's why I hold that song in high regard. And Jalen Santoy, ever since listening to some of his other tracks like Foreplay, I believe it's even in my top 10. Like Jalen Santoy, once I first started listening to his music, I've been a fan ever since. Shout out to him and shout out to this track because it's one of my favorites ever. Next is Make It by Aaron May, one of my favorite songs of all time, and this is also one of the shortest songs I think I have on my playlist. Like this song is 1:17. It does the absolute most in the 1:17, and it's one of those songs that I wish had another minute, 2 minutes to it to make it perfect. But at the same time, I think that's where the charm I have for the song comes from, and it's simple, wanting the best for you. Nobody else is going to want the best out of you more than you. That sentiment from that track is something that's stayed close to me for years at this point. That whole album, Chase, that whole album made me a fan of Aaron May. I've been listening to this album for years, since like the turn of the decade at the earliest. Make It is a song that I got put onto listening through that album through even the last year or two, which I feel like it was a great disservice to my part because it embodies everything I love out of my music. It's music is supposed to lift you up. Some people want to listen to their music to get in their feelings, and some people want to listen to their music to lift their spirits. I'm more wanting to listen to music to lift my spirits. This song does a tremendous job at it. If I had to pick a song that explains why I love Aaron May as an artist, it's that song right there. The shortest song that he's ever produced. One of my favorite songs ever by one of my favorite artists. I really haven't heard from Aaron May since I think his most recent album was like 2022. I think he dropped a project this year, but I'm still waiting for that next big project of him because he was somebody who was on the come up. One of my favorite songs ever, and it's been a song that I've been listening to religiously ever since I first heard it in the last couple of years. So make it at number 2. One honorable mention I'll have is Mini Me by Redveil, and it was off his most recent album. He dropped this album, I believe, within the last week. The song was released any sooner. He released it as a single back in October, but even then, if he released it earlier in the year, it probably would have been my song of the year. That song has that hip hop, jazz, soft rock influence from what I'm taking away. Spread a message of coming of age and growing up, but not really truly letting go of the person you were and the kid that you were. Appreciating the person you're becoming, never forgetting the person that you were and the person you were growing up, because that makes you who you are going into the future. That song with, you know, the tremendous beat. This dude's only 21 years old. I've been listening to him since, I want to say, since like 2022, 2023, because of Kingdom Hearts with JPEG. I think I kind of got put onto them at around the same time with that song. Mini Me is one of my favorite songs at the moment. I've been listening to it every single day. It is just that good of a song. It might even be on my list if I do another video like this next year for my Spotify Wrapped. But regardless, as an honorable mention, Mini Me by Redveil. If you guys haven't listened to Redveil before, be sure to go check him out. His music is great if you love hip hop. Number 1 is Melt Session Number 1 by Denzel Curry. It was produced by Robert Clasper, and that connection with Denzel and Clasper is heavenly. That song, that whole album is just a joy to listen to. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. For any Denzel Curry fan, you're not a real Denzel Curry fan, you haven't listened to that album. I think that's his best work. You can argue with a wall. That's my favorite album of his ever. Right into the psyche of Denzel Curry, dressing himself down as a person and humanizing himself in such a way where a lot of people, I feel, aren't willing to go that far, let alone with the platform or the capabilities that they have, especially in somebody like Denzel Curry's case. And he was talking about when he was growing up at the age of 6, he was assaulted, and understanding that, and he looks at that as the reason why growing up he was doing a lot of things that he was doing, like objectifying women and doing a bunch of other things in his youth. But at the same time, he was talking about change, talking about redemption, talking about rehabilitation, and talking about living the rest of your life the right way in the afterlife. You reap the benefits of the things you did while you were alive. Quote, I don't want to sugarcoat shit. I know where I fucked up. I wanted to put that out there so people know, like, hey, I'm human. I do fuck up shit and I go through fucked up shit. That doesn't mean I can't change, and that doesn't mean you can't change either. If you made bad choices in your day, that doesn't stop you from making good choices later. I just wanted to show with my own self that I didn't hide behind clever bars or personality. I just wanted to show you Denzel. That's just a beautiful sentiment to a beautiful song. The song that introduces you to the album, the flow, it's just a song that you can listen to at any time of day. The reason it's my number 1, I think it all started with this album in particular, because I first listened to Denzel Curry on the Kill Bill remix, and then I started listening to his other tracks and his other projects, and I was hooked. And I think this past year was definitely the year where I looked at Denzel Curry as one of my favorite artists. The song does fall very well into the category of my kind of music when it comes to like self-reflection, looking to better yourself from the bad choices you made, putting yourself in a better state of mind than you were before, because that's the whole thing of life. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do things that you may look back on and be like, oh, maybe that wasn't the best idea, or maybe that wasn't the best decision. But you only have one life, and you want to make sure you put your best foot forward every day and every chance that you can. And I think all the songs that I listen to at least try, for the most part, have that same sentiment about them. You know, your own well-being, whether it's mental or physical, or just something to raise your spirits and put yourself in that position to better yourself, whether it's not today, going into tomorrow, and then the next day and the next day. That's what music's all about. It's supposed to make you feel something, and music is supposed to help you get through the day. It definitely did a good job getting me through today and getting me to where I am now. I love music. That's just the whole basis of this video, just telling you guys I love music. Do you guys have the similar music taste that I do? What was your guys' top 5 songs this year? And let me know how you guys feel about music in general. Do you guys listen to any of these artists? Are you guys going to listen to any of these artists or listen to any of these songs if you haven't already? Can't wait to see what 2026 has to offer, because I'm still waiting for some of the heavy hitters that I listen to start dropping projects. Regardless, guys, that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.